What's good, y'all? Welcome to part 2 of my updates or info on Naziah Harris. And thank you all for tuning in, liking, and following my page. I really appreciate it. This is not for popularity or not to try to gain views or anything. This is strictly me trying to educate everyone as well as educating myself within the same breath. This is called spreading awareness within your community and doing the groundwork that everybody should be putting in. Now, I do want to say this video is a trigger warning because in this video I will be reading the transcripts from Naziah and Jarvis's text messages, and they are very graphic. They are very horrendous, very disgusting, very sickening, heartbreaking, and, again, triggering, especially for anyone who's been essayed or groomed. So let's go ahead and start getting into the messages. September 27, 2022. Naziah, come on. Naziah, you okay? Naziah, where are we doing it at? Your choice. Jarvis, you tell me. Naziah, basement. You sure? Or your job. Or job. Jarvis, can you suck my, please? Jarvis, and make sure you erase the messages. Naziah, okay, that is what I plan to do. Oh my gosh. June 5th, 2022. Jarvis, I'm at your house. Naziah, damn, we were just there. You better not be in my room. I need another phone. I miss you. Jarvis, I stole your panties. What? June 24th, 2023. Jarvis, send me some pictures, please. Naziah, don't you still got the other pictures? Jarvis, no. Naziah, I will send some. June 27th, 2023. Jarvis, are you naked yet? Naziah, I don't want to get naked. Are you mad I didn't get naked? Jarvis, I used to you telling me no. Such a fucking manipulator, bro. Naziah says, come on, babe, I'm sorry. Just not in the mood right now. I'm sorry. September 26, 2023. Naziah says, babe, you up? Question marks. Yeah, my period haven't came at all. Hello, you there? Jarvis says, what do you mean? Naziah says, it has not came. Jarvis says, since when? Naziah says, since I was in the hospital. Jarvis says, that was last month. Naziah says, I'm scared. I don't know what to do. I have to go to the doctor's tomorrow. Jarvis said, you said you took a pregnancy test and it was negative. Naziah says it did. Jarvis says, so go get another one. Naziah says, I can't. I have no money. You go get one. You ain't scared to get a plan B. Get a pregnancy test and bring it later today. Just act like you have to use the bathroom, please. Will you do it? Hello? Jarvis says, okay. November 27th. Naziah, I just want to talk. I really don't want to lose you. Can we talk later, yes or no? I don't want your problem, but I need you to bring me what I need tonight. It's hard doing all this gym shit with this baby. And if I don't do them, I'm going to get an F. Their last text messages state, on January 9th, 2024, Naziah says, don't forget, be there before 3. I will let you know when I'm leaving the school. If you're not there, I will wait. Send okay if you see the message so I can delete your number. Jarvis says okay. Mind you, there were many other messages that I can remember off the top of my head because they were fucking disturbing. There were text messages between him and Naziah where she texted him and was like, oh, your job isn't busy. And he was like, how you know? And she was like, I was just there. And he's being a manipulator like, how you know? Who was you with? Who you with? And she's like, nobody. He like, then how you get up here? She's like, I walked to, see you, but I didn't want you to see me. He said, well, you can walk back. She said, I can't because my grandma's here. And she was like, you can come over when you're off work. But prior to her telling him she came up there by herself, he was like, she had asked him, like, you gonna come over when you get off? I see your job isn't busy. He said, how you see when I got off? And she was like, I was just up there. He said, who is you with? And no, I'm not coming. As soon as she said I was by myself and I walked up there, he agreed to coming that night. Not only that, she texted him one time when she was at home and he was like, he's outside. She said, don't pull up in the front of the house. Pull up on the side. He said, why? She says, I have guests. He said, who do you have in the house? She said, I have a guest. It's a friend. Who is this friend? She doubles down and is like, it's a girl. It's my girlfriend. And Jarvis responds, that's our bitch. And she responds, yeah, like pretty much in agreement to, yeah, this is our bitch type shit. Because he was like, so is that our bitch or not? Because you fake. Like, the pressure he was putting on that young ass girl is asinine. That shit is diabolical. He is fucking disgusting. Not only was he sending her disgusting ass text messages with his overgrown ass, he was asking that little girl to send him pictures, and she was doing that because that's what she knew to do from the person she felt love and attention from. She didn't even feel comfortable enough to ask her mama or any woman in that house for pads, bro. For pads, bro. For her grandma to say that she was so close to her granddaughter and she called her glamorous. She talked to her every day about school and she came to her about anything that was going on with her. Why didn't she feel like it was okay to come to no woman in that house about her woman problems? Now let's talk about the grandma and the motherfucking auntie. Let's talk about Annette Harris and Shannon. Okay, let's talk about them. Because they need to be put under the jail along with Jarvis' ass. They failed her in so many fucking ways. And I honestly, wholeheartedly believe that they're the ones who are responsible for her being missing and unalived, if you ask me. I feel like Jarvis was deployed because he has a record in the background. And I'm not taking away from the fact that he SA'd the fucking child or any child for that matter. All I'm saying is they use that as a cover-up because they're going to suspect Jarvis. They're not going to think about us. Now, I heard something, and I don't know this to be true, so y'all correct me if I am wrong. I heard that the mother was SA'd by her brother at a young age. This family has a generational cycle of repeating this shit. So, not only do they allow the predators to come in, they literally create the victims within their family who then become the predators. Because I definitely heard that Shannon was a predator as well. So it takes one to know one. And y'all remember Shannon said on that damn call, on that interview, she said, if society is willing to give him a second chance, why wouldn't I? Because you were 16 years old fucking with an SO. That's fucking sick. You proceeded to have 5 to 6 children with this man and allow him to touch your children along with your niece. I have no respect for you. I have no remorse for you. I have no sympathy for you or your grandma or anybody in that Harris family on the Harris side. I honestly don't fuck with none of her family. I know everybody be trying to like, oh, well, these people are... I don't fuck with none of her family. Because if her family was being a family and being invested into that young girl's life, she would still be here and there would not be a justice for Neziah. Where is Neziah? It will always be justice for Neziah because she was SA'd and nobody did nothing about it. She may have thought that shit was okay, but we know, the adults know that shit is not okay. But she's in a house full of child-minded adults. I can't even call them adults. They are monsters. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. I have a 13-year-old niece and a 19-year-old niece. And a deceased, what would be 7, 8, 9 years old by now. Come on now. There is no way I'm going to be able to go to sleep if my niece don't bring her motherfucking ass home from school within an hour to 2 hours with no contact. But back to what I was saying about the grandma. The grandma was SA'd as a young one, and then her daughter, which is Lady, which is Neziah's mom, was also SA'd as well. You didn't get your daughter the help that she needed to be the parent that she needed to be for Neziah, and that's fucked up. You gave no fucks when Lady was MOLS'd by Charles, your fucking husband. You did not like your daughter. And at that point, you projected that shit onto Neziah, and y'all let this shit happen to Neziah. Shannon is a predator. The grandma is the fucking mastermind manipulator of the shit. And they use Jarvis to do the groundwork or take the fall for it. And I'm not saying he's not at fault for MOLS in that little girl. He is definitely at fault. He needs to be under the jail. He is a repeat offender. However, Shannon and that motherfucking grandma know where the fuck Neziah is at. Especially after that video surfaced of her great uncle, which is Annette's fucking brother, who is a level 3, tier 3 SO. Why the fuck was he in that house? I don't give a fuck if that's your blood brother, your real brother, your Ace Boone Coon. He should not fucking be there. Let alone being on Neziah's TikTok, hugging her around her fucking waist. And don't let me get started on Shannon, because I swear, if I see Shannon, I'm sliding that bitch. I swear to God. But let me tell you something. Shannon was one of them aunties who's jealous of her niece. Her niece had way more potential than her, way more opportunities than her, and she clearly had her man. So, Let's be for real. Come back for part 3.